And hello everybody and welcome back to Arcangela's Gaming. And Kanja's here bringing you some more Space Engineers and the Hoodwinked scenario. First of all, let me apologise for the audio. I am still working on getting the audio sorted out. I'm now having to use a desktop microphone rather than my usual headset, because my headsets have decided now of all times that they are going to go and play silly buggers on me, so I am now without that. Okay, in the meantime, while we are doing all of this sort of thing, I've been working on getting us closer to the our destination. As you can see, we are right near the station that we set out for, and I have started the process of actually filling up the Valkyrie, at least I believe I have, because I've actually had to try multiple iterations of this to try and get things to work. Okay, yeah, there we go. Already started to fill her up. As you can see on the connector, I've now got the no-go, which is the equivalent to Izzy's inventory management script, and it seems to be working brilliantly so far. Yeah, it doesn't have an inventory sort function, which is about my only gripe, but they have promised that it is something they're going to look into for a future development, which is brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so just finishing off what I was doing here, I was literally just stocking up on a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of something else, just to be able to make sure that we can actually make some trade, because we don't want to take everything, but we do want a bit of everything. So let's see, what have I got, just to make sure that I don't take more than I actually need. I'm going to take them. Yeah, I've already got that. Don't need to do that. Not going to take the superconductors. Got a bit of that, bit of that. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, not 1,000 of it. I just want to take 100 of it. Wipe that in there. 100 motors. Explosives we've got. Reactor thingies we've got. I think we've got most of the usual bits and pieces. Oh, power. That can go in there. We'll take 100 of those. We'll start taking take about a kilo of a lot of this stuff. Ice, we'll take a kilo of that, because we haven't got a clue what we need in here, because it's not even established yet what they sell. Hopefully magnesium, the nickel, those, and I believe that is everything that we are going to take with us on this little excursion. Okay, now, having done this a few times, I do know where the connection port is. It's on what is currently our right. Okay, whilst I'm doing this, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, leave us that nice comment below as I try and get us into position for, well, basically docking. Well, you know, let me... What the heck is going on here? Really didn't like something I was doing. Not sure what, but he didn't like it. Right, there we go. So we're docked up. Should have really have climbed onto the top of the Valkyrie before I did anything. Alright, let's go inside and see what we can find. Okay. So this nice little entrance area with a kitchen there. Yeah, I can get access to any of this stuff. No, I can't. Same with those there. Okay, cool. Seats down there. Planter area there. Make it look nice. There's the contracts. Okay, what else we got? We got the store there. Yeah, what have we got in here? Ooh. Toys! Including a flare gun. And in here, ooh, credits. Okay, definitely take a bit of that action. Get around the table. Right, what we got up here? Oh, another one. Can we get access? Yes, we can. Ooh. S10E. Okay, so that's a pistol ammo. I have some beds here. Oh, more creds. Hey. I think I might have missed some beds. Oh, Save Roy plushie. We'll have a look on the way out. Engineer plushie. Ah, there's the S10E. It's a bed. No, there's no beds in here. It's just what do you call it? Okay. So let's see. What can we sell? What can we sell? No, we don't have any yet. Do we have any of the computers? Yes, we do. We have 100 units of that. So we'll get rid of that. The construction. Detector comps in the other one. The large steel tubes are here. Motors are in one of the other ones. Steel plates are here. So we'll get rid of those first. Okay, go in here. What do we got? We've got the motors, which we have 100 of. Sell those. No metal grid in there. No materials other than ores to sell. We don't have any ores. Okay, power supplies in there, nothing in there. That's oxygen stuff, right. Character inventory, what we got? We got 10 more. That. There's 73 of that. That's everything that we can sell. So unfortunately, yeah. We sold all we can. Okay. Contracts. Alright, let's start with acquisitions. See what we've got. Gold ingots. Yeah, we can help out a little with that. Power cells. Yeah. Didn't bring any fruit. Can't really do that. Nickel. Yeah, we can help with that. Solar cells. Yep, magnesium powder. Yeah, we can do that one. Can't do hydrogen bottles. Gravity comps. Hold on, mate. Do we have any gravity comps? In there. No, that's power. Not in there. No gravity comps. Okay, let's see what can we complete. So let's go accepted contracts. Okay. Finish. Well, we can get that from there. We'll just keep on doing the same here. Small grid 2722 is our Valkyrie. Okay, so look at that. We just sold a load of stuff. If we go factions and we go, which one's it? This one? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We're 20 reputation units closer to being friendly with them. So yeah, that's worked out nicely. Not sure who these guys are, but okay. Right, so we can then also get some other stuff out of this. We don't have any bounty missions. There's no escort missions here. There are some hauling contracts, but we need to actually make something to be able to haul around the Megalodon at the moment. That is our next major goal. Building something that's big enough to take the Megalodon into the air, if not into space. Hauling contract. Again, no. Repair contract, none. Search. Okay, searches we can do. 750 meter GPS deviation. Right, for those, I think I'm going to save the game if we're going to do any of those. It's going like crazy out there though. Might be better to wait for the storm to pass. But yeah, in terms of what I'm thinking, let's get back to the Valkyrie, and then subsequently we can get back to the Megalodon. There we go. There we go. Megalodon is looking nice. Still need to do quite a bit of work on it to hide those massive thrusters. Just haven't had the time recently. Unfortunately, I've been busy with quite a number of other projects. There we go. We are down and we are charging. As you can probably hear in the background, got the assemblers kicking in nicely. One of the other things I did was I also added in the additional let me see if I can get you a good shot of this. You see these platforms going down the side. I included one on the other side now, so we've got a matching set. I sorted out all the wheels, sorted out all the repairs, because as you know, we took quite a lot of damage in that last crossing. Last part of the crossing, more accurately. There you go. There's the goat system all churning away. As you see, I've got the quotas in place so that we know what we're basically doing. One thing I do need to do is go cargo here, actually, and we'll go Valk. And here we'll just go plain cargo. Need to move all the cargo back. And the whole goat system will sort everything out for us. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, in terms though of foods, as you know, we've got this nice little food storage area. Yeah, still working towards everything, getting everything in place as we need it. Okay, let's sort out the credits that we found. 896. Deposit that. Weapon rack. Do we have the... No, we don't have that weapon in there. Cool. It's a new weapon in our collection. Drop everything we don't need. Actually, while we're here, let's see about making some food, because get some seared sabroid on the barbecue. Can we make some seared sabroid? Yes or no? I couldn't really tell. Okay, so we've got mushrooms, we've got vegetables, and we've got a few bits of fruit. That's about it. Okay, still need to make some bits and pieces though. Don't know what to have. Bit of chili, bit of red pellets. And we'll go for some garden slaw. Where's the other one? Hasn't moved it yet, so okay. Okay. I'll make some red pellets. Maybe I did, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. Garden slaw, chili, yeah, it was red pellets. There we go. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, we're going to need to eat some stuff as well. There's the chili. So yeah, Goat is quite good. It gives you a tutorial on this screen, and then it comes to this one which shows you what you can actually do in terms of inventory space. Love this. Love the fact that you can go in here at any time. You can change what components you need, how much of it you need, all this sort of stuff which comes in so useful. We are charging up at the moment, if this will actually allow me to catch up. Okay, what was I going to do next? Yes, so the next big thing I was thinking of was going to back to that unknown distress signal, because there we had a nice big ship which we can carve up. I thought maybe it'd be a nice thing to go and have a look at together, because last time I went and carved it up, you guys weren't able to see that, and I thought that was a bit unfair of me, because it is a nice ship. Okay, so we're out here. Okay, so it's quite a bit of a journey away. It's 8.5 kilometers from where we are at the moment. Oh, there's an unknown signal over that way. Grab that first, because we still need to get a lot of the gear, the bits of gear that we don't have. So we're going to need to salvage from stuff that we collect from these as well. Okay, is that one of the ones that rolls? So if it is, I'm going to be ready for it. Yes, it is. So unfortunately, this is not going to be one that we can get any bits from, because I hate the fact that he keeps running away from me. Really need to do something about that, like a magnetic head or something like that on the end. But for now, this is good enough. Just turning down my speakers because they're getting a bit loud. Can't really hear myself speak properly. And we will be there shortly, he says, hopefully. Come on. As always, night descends whenever I decide I want to record a video. There it is. Start slowing down. Otherwise I'm going to crash into it. There we go. Got big old engines sticking out the back and then everything else buried into the rock base there. So this is great for salvaging. I mean, we can grab so much from this. Just so easily. As long as we're careful, we grab everything. Before gravity takes effect. So, like here, we start from the top end, work our way down. Ensure we keep ourselves level. I love doing these salvage operations, you know, sort of getting in there, trying to get as much as possible. Oh, I'm drifting. There we go. The only problem with the snub, it's not really designed for this sort of angle work. That's sort of what I meant. So easy to drop. Really. Get in here a bit. Get some of this stuff that's sticking out. Where's that bit going? Honestly, it's rolling down the hill. It thinks it's a wheel. I mean, I could have been actually a bit more tricky. I could have got in there, I could have dug it all out, and we could have actually made ourselves a hybrid, you know, starship, I guess you could say. I really just want to get in there that way round, but I can't. If I can get in like this and still maintain control. Where'd that bit go? There it is. Oh, I see. It was just a blast door part. That seemed to work. Just getting the angle of, you know, the angle of dangle right. Something like this, really, it would be easier just to have like, you know, if we had like the the land shark, you know, or something like that. You know, be able to just come in here, just leave it running, and it'll just like rip everything to shreds in his own good time. You know, pick everything up. In fact, actually, I think that might be our next project before we move on to a flyer. Is like something like the, you know, have like the megalodon as like a stationary base while we're in this region. We could like maybe even work on modifying the land shark to have AI functions to be able to follow the megalodon when we broadcast a signal to it. Okay. That's almost one of the engine pods carved off. Whoops. Losing some of the control there. I think that's a thruster in there, isn't it? Oh, that'd be nice if we can grab a bit of that action. Starting to weigh down. Ah, I am actually making some headway through that thrust. Looks like I actually had carved up. A little moving bit. There we go. Alright, I think that's enough for this trip. I think we're starting to weigh down more than I thought we were. Not sure what's grabbing my CPU GPU time, but it's starting to get quite annoying actually. But we are getting there, guys. Surprisingly enough, despite all the storms and all the setbacks, I mean, if we can find more wrecks like these, we could probably actually use like the coalition parts, be able to like create a transatmospheric ship. Now, the good news is I actually now have in my blueprint library the TT-15 and the B360, the one with the 3 cargo holds. It's a hydrogen transatmospheric ship. You know, basically, we can always bring those in, butcher them as temporary carriers and things like that. I mean, we could do so much with all the stuff that we've been collecting, we've been building, we've been putting together, I mean, the options are endless. And I'd like to know what you guys think of things that we should actually add in here. I mean, I'm certainly interested in getting the land shark back in as well. You know, and doing like a compare of the land shark to the megalodon in terms of like things like size, ability, all that sort of stuff. Okay, we'll get to that external connector and we'll hook up to it. We're going at an angle on this one, just to make sure I don't lose any landing gear. There we go. Okay. Because of the whole no goat thing, there we go, 290 in there. Another 464 in there, loads of other bits and pieces. Man, we got so much stuff I don't think we know what to do with at the moment, so that's great. I mean, because with all these resources we can actually build ourselves that carrier. We can actually build ourselves whatever we want now, within reason, of course, because we don't have that much in terms of other resources. I mean, if we look at, we go back to, components, yeah, platinum, we've only got 681 kilo of it. It's not going to last us much, you know, not in the grand scheme of things. We've only got 1,948 thruster components. And I mean, if we were to be actually serious and genuine with ourselves, I think that's one of the mid-size hybrid thrusters. Come on, game, catch up for me, so I can actually show what I'm on about. Okay. Come on, turn around. Thank you. Alright, I am really going to have to look into what is taking up the GPU time, because I really haven't got that much open at all. Something's playing up. Okay, coalition stuff. Here we go. Now, as I was saying, I was looking at the 500. We want large grid on that one. Yeah, 960 for the ALS 500. Not going to use the ALS 700 because that thing is mammoth. I don't think we need something that big at the moment. Even though it gives us 45,000 kilonewtons of thrust. Each of these 500s is about 13,000. So you're looking at what, about a third-ish of the thrust. But we've got stuff that we can use. We've got some ideas that we can do. There's just so many things that we can play around with. I was also thinking maybe like using maybe some of the Strybogs, you know, which are hydrogen ships, sorry, hydrogen thrusters for ships, as maybe another idea. But no, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. I mean, still got to hide these. Where would I hide them? Because I can't hide them under here because I've got these wind turbines Well, mind you, if I move the wind turbines, so where would I move them actually? Can I do that? Yeah, where would I move the wind turbines? Probably no, can't hide them there. Yeah, because I've got the engine in there. Now, if I was to maybe ditch the wind turbines, I could probably put 2 of the thrusters in there. Yeah, it's all about playing around with it really and seeing what I can do, but I think that's all going to be like off camera work, stuff that I'm going to do on my own here, but you know, trying to figure out where it's all going to go, how it's going to go, because we do need these for jumping over, you know, perilous terrain and things like that. The only other thing I can think of is to save up, replace them maybe with Stribogs with the Aeolus, because if we look at the large atmospheric, that one there. Yeah, we're looking at a maximum current max thrust of about 6 meganewtons, whereas coming out here again with the Aeolus large grid version, yeah, we're looking at about 30. So maybe there is some something we can do with that. Maybe have one at the front, one at the back, as some form of stabilizing mechanism. Maybe have some smaller thrusters either side to be able to stabilize it in the air. Obviously throw in a gyroscope somewhere just to be able to do the jump without it listing like we had in the last episode, because that was a triumphant mistake. But other than that, I think we're onto something here. But yeah, we've got an option. We've got options that we can play with. Maybe even moving these thrusters into here, and then maybe having one of these integrated into this area here, or something of that nature. Actually, that might work. I'd have to go and play with that, see if that works, but I think for now we're going to leave it there. It's just a little bit of a show and tell this episode, not too much to shout home with, but I think next episode we are going to start on the carriole and get that working, get the work into that going, so that we can actually move around more freely, and we'll also get a land shark on the go as well. We'll figure out how we're going to do that and come up with so many different options so that we can actually succeed. I'm actually quite excited to see what the carriole was going to look like. That's going to be fun. I look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time on Arcangulus Gaming.